I don't know what's wrong with that.
I need to make a motion first. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to come out of executive session.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay,
Second.
okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okey doke. All right, I'm going to call this regular meeting of City Council of December 9th, 2025 to order. I want to welcome all those who are present and those who have joined us online, and I do apologize. We had an executive session that ran a little bit long, so I apologize for that. Next on the agenda is an invocation and pledge of allegiance led by Mayor Pro Tem Mike McPhee.
If it is your custom to bow, please join us in prayer. Father God, you are the builder of all things. In this Advent season, we acknowledge that you are the giver of all things and provider of all strength. Help us come up with effective strategies that can enable us to move forward as a team in a meaningful way. Guide us towards the best way to take action to accomplish our goals, and help us to tackle all the topics that we need to discuss and derive excellent solutions. All this we pray in your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next we have public comment. This is on agenda items only. Do we have anyone that wishes to come before council and make some comments? Yes, ma'am. Please come forward, give us your name and address.
Good evening. I am Jen Clementoni. My address is 35 Ocean Marsh Lane, St. Helena Island, South Carolina. I am the executive director of the Carolina Bight Birding Center, a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose mission is to enhance and preserve the diversity of bird populations in the Carolina Bight and the Atlantic Flyway. First and foremost, I want to recognize and thank the South Carolina Aquarium for compiling a tremendous amount of data, as well as thank every volunteer on turtle patrols and roadside cleanups who report their balloon trash findings to the South Carolina Aquarium for the Litter Journal. I can tell you that Kelly Thurbalson at the South Carolina Aquarium is very excited about the city of Beaufort potentially taking action on balloon release bans. As blood, sweat, and tears, you can thank my parents, I'm a child of the 70s, famously saying, "What goes up must come down." Our region is home to 50% of the salt marsh in the entire state of South Carolina, with South Carolina having the largest amount of salt marsh in the nation. In 2024, more than 170 balloons were removed, which represents 13.3% of all trash in the county. 97% of balloons picked up in Beaufort County were found on or near our beaches or waterways. Balloons don't go to heaven. Releasing them in remembrance of a loved one for a celebration is the opposite of honoring them. There are very real and very harsh consequences to this behavior, and our organization's goal is to work with local officials, schools, as well as other stakeholders to provide alternatives to this harmful practice. We are not calling for balloon sales to be banned, because who doesn't love balloons? I love balloons, but releasing them is really where we're trying to take action. While many people look forward to graduation season, I always take pause because I know what awaits us in the aftermath. It's usually the biggest presents of balloons that we find that say, "Congratulations, graduate." The action being taken tonight at the second and final reading highlights the strong commitment and care that the city of Beaufort has when it comes to recognizing that balloons are litter and shows your care for our environment. You are protecting our landscape, preventing unnecessary power outages from entangling balloon trash, causing loss of revenue for not only our businesses, but loss of perishable goods for our residents. Our organization are stewards for our birds, but this action is a win-win and demonstrates a level of commitment to not only our birds, but our waterways, fish, dolphins, whales, sharks, sea turtles, and so much more. Ask any boater how many balloons they've encountered when they're out on the waterways. Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida signed a statewide balloon release ban in July of 2024. In 2018, Clemson University stopped the practice of releasing 10,000 balloons at their football games, a tradition that started in 1983. Because they recognized the harm this momentary display created, a long-lasting domino effect. The city of Beaufort can be proud to be the first in Beaufort County to take action if a yes is achieved this evening. Your action can set an example for surrounding townships, and we look forward to engaging with those stakeholders in each of those townships, the county, and hopefully ending up with Governor McMaster signing a statewide ban here in South Carolina. So thank you to Councilman Josh Scalati for being an excellent steward and representative and hearing me out. Thank you, Mayor and Council, for taking the time to do this. Being able to have open communication and dialogue by presenting data and solutions to the council is how we got here this evening. Our organization looks forward to working with local schools to incorporate educational lessons in the classrooms, and I thank each of you for your time and commitment. I look forward to hearing positive tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, anyone else? All right, the only other one that signed up is not here, so we'll move on. Next on the item on the agenda is meeting agenda approval. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any changes or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next we have a character education proclamation for Ava Lewis from Broad River Elementary School.
Move accept.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Mr.
Yes, sir. Whereas the character education movement reinforces the social, emotional, and ethical development of students, and whereas schools, school districts, and states are working to instill important core ethical and performance values, including caring, honesty, diligence, fairness, fortitude, responsibility, and respect for self and others. Character education provides long-term solutions for moral, ethical, and academic issues that are of growing concern to our society and our schools. Whereas character education teaches students how to be their best selves and how to do their best work. And the 11 principles of effective character education include promoting core ethical and performance values, teaching students to understand, care about, and act upon the core ethical and performance values, encompassing all aspects of the school culture, fostering a caring school environment, providing opportunities for moral action, supporting academic achievement, developing intrinsic motivation, including whole staff involvement, requiring positive leadership of staff and students, and involving parents and community members, and assessing the results to strive to improve. Whereas the Beaufort County School District's character education program was formed to support parents' efforts in developing good character traits in their children, and the purpose of character education program is to integrate good character traits into the total school environment as well as into the community. Each school's counselor identifies a list of character words and definitions deemed important regardless of the person's political leanings, race, gender, or religious convictions. And those words are friendship, kindness, acceptance, courage, tolerance, respect, gratitude, compassion, citizenship, perseverance, honesty, integrity, self-control, forgiveness, responsibility, and cooperation. And whereas Ava Lewis was selected as the winner of Broad River Elementary School, now therefore the City Council of the City of Beaufort hereby proclaims October of 2025 as the Ava Lewis as Broad River Elementary School Student of the Month. The City of Beaufort thereby pronounces courage and tolerance as the word of the month and applauds Ava Lewis, the Beaufort County School District, and Broad River Elementary School for their work, and specifically honors Ava Lewis as the Broad River Elementary School Student of the Month. Signed this day, the 9th day of December, 2025. Congratulations. Beach.
First of all, we would like to say thank you all for having us out on tonight. I am standing in on behalf of Principal Allen at Broad River Elementary School. I'm Dr. Bing, I'm the assistant principal. And so we just want to congratulate her because Ava has been afraid of water since infancy. And so it took her, it was an 8-day program, and we're appreciative of the Sea Islands program. It's a water safety program that helps our children here in the Low Country in order to give them the water safety skills that they need. But Ava, she took about 4 or 5 days, did not really want to go in the water and gripping on the side of the pool and grabbing onto the lifeguard with dear life. And so by day 8, Ava had learned how to swim. And that's big for us. And not only did she learn how to swim, she also got on the diving board and jumped off. So we are so excited, the courage that she demonstrated, and we're looking for greater things to happen for Ava in her life. So thank you all for recognizing her this month.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, next on the agenda is the approval of the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, next, minutes for work session and regular meeting of November 18th, 2025.
Move approve.
Second.
A motion is second. Any changes? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, next is a quarterly capital projects workshop of November 25th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, motion is second. Any changes or whatever? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, now to old business. An ordinance to amend the code of the city of Beaufort, Part 6, Health and Sanitation, Chapter 1, Garbage Collection and Disposal. This is second and final reading.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Linda, you want to give a brief explanation?
The ordinance, before you had are just minor changes to line with the current operation. 2009, the state, has outsourced.
That's right.
They have outsourced the trash collection, but the ordinance did not really align with that. So this removes and adds the ability to keep a, third-party contract in place for the trash services. The minor changes were all discussed in February of 2024 with, council.
Okay, any comments or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you, Linda. All right, next is an ordinance amending the business license ordinance of the city of Beaufort to update the class schedule as required by Act 178 of the 2020 South Carolina Code of Laws. Alan,
So moved.
Second.
motion is second. Now, Alan.
Yeah, that's right. Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is second reading of a class schedule update that includes Class 9 designations that we didn't include back in April when this was approved, but happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions from council? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, next is an ordinance to amend the City of Beaufort Ordinance 2025/13 regarding the fiscal year 2025-26 City of Beaufort budget to provide for revenues and expenditures of general fund, stormwater fund, and capital projects fund. This is second and final reading.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Okay, Alan?
Yeah, this is a second reading to include in-house facility maintenance for the Public Works Department and also some additional work that needs to be done at the Battery Shores Drainage Project. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions from council? Okay, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, next is an ordinance to amend Chapter 3 of Part 6 and Chapter 2 of Part 3 of the City of Beaufort, South Carolina's Code of Ordinances to make the release of balloons within the City of Beaufort unlawful. This is second and final reading.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This ordinance that's presented to you for consideration on second and final reading tonight is to prohibit the release of balloons anywhere within the city limits. Currently, the disallowance of release of balloons is confined only to properties owned by the city. This is, as you heard our guest speak in her public comments, this is a great thing for the environment, especially here where we have so much salt marsh around us. It was considered by you at the previous council meeting, and there was virtually no discussion on it. And I think it passed by unanimous vote, but I'm willing to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions from council? Okay, hearing none, all in favor signify by
Quick,
saying aye.
Mayor, just before we vote on, it, I want to make one comment. We had first reading in our last meeting, and then we had our Soloco meeting, and we introduced bringing this up to Soloco. So Jen was there, and they have provided her the opportunity to potentially discuss this for 5 or 10 minutes on our next meeting, which would be January 27th, in hopes that the other municipalities and maybe the county would adopt it as well. And that'll just show a little bit more support for maybe a statewide change.
Sure, and I understand we're the first in Beaufort County, but are we the first in the state to ban?
We are the first in the state, yes. There is pending legislation in the General Assembly, but it did not make it past the committee level last year.
Okay.
The language that we adopted is mirrors the language that's in the state bill.
Okay. All right, well now, after no further comments or questions, I'm going to call the question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, it passes. Next is an ordinance to amend Chapter 4, Part 6 of the City of Beaufort, South Carolina's Code of Ordinances to adopt the Beaufort County Animal Control Ordinance. This is second and final reading.
So moved.
Second.
In a second, Scott.
Mayor and Council, this is second reading of this ordinance, and what this does is it adopts by reference Beaufort County's Animal Control Ordinance, and that is basically in exchange for an MOU that all the municipalities within the county entered into with the county approximately 8 or 9 years ago. I'm working from memory, which is bad for me. But essentially, when we adopt this language, it allows us to rely on the county for animal control services. We did retain the features of our animal control ordinance that were unique to the city of Beaufort, in addition to adopting the county code by reference.
All right, any comments from council? Okay, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, now on to new business, resolution approving the City of Beaufort, South Carolina's purchase of real property bearing tax map number R122-029-000-029-00000 and located at 32 Burton Hill Road, Beaufort, South Carolina. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, motion and a second. Any discussion? Or
Um,
Scott, you can go ahead and introduce if you want to start.
Did
then
you
we'll have
go ahead.
council.
Okay. Mayor and Council, this is a parcel that was brought to our attention by our Director of Public Works, Nate Farrell. It is a property that is adjacent to the Public Works yard. It is a property that if we acquire it, it will help us with several things. It will expand use land area for Public Works storage, staging, and operational functions. It will improve site layout and circulation for vehicles and equipment. It will provide an opportunity to address drainage issues that currently impact Public Works operations. It will enhance our long-term efficiency by consolidating operations on contiguous property. It will prevent potential incompatible private development immediately adjacent to Public Works. The agreed upon price is based on the appraised value, which is $100,000. And what you have before you is a resolution to approve a purchase agreement that's attached to the resolution as Exhibit A.
Okay, now any discussion from council?
I have a comment, yeah. So for a few reasons, if we vote on this as it is, I would vote against it. Basically, what it boils down to is not that I disagree that the reasons laid out would help our public works. Essentially, and Scott, I want to thank you for the work that went into the appraisal for the transparency that's attached here, and for Nate for bringing this to our attention. However, when I boil this down, if I were spending my own money, I wouldn't spend $100,000 to buy 0.34 of an acre. I think that the primary goal that we're trying to achieve here is the drainage issue because the lot is so small. And so I would like to propose that we at least look into before purchasing maybe what it would cost to address the drainage issue, if it's a collapsed pipe underneath, and then maybe some kind of a land lease agreement that would keep the property on the tax rolls, but also allow us to utilize and expand our usable land area, if not indefinitely, then for a time. And I don't know that we have vetted that. So if we have vetted that option and it doesn't make sense, Scott, please correct me. If we have not, then my intention would be to make a motion to that end. If that motion did not pass, then I would be a vote against it.
We have not vetted that option, Councilman.
I would go ahead and make a motion then that we explore that option and better understand what the cost would be to address the collapsed pipe, and perhaps put a land lease agreement in place that would help solve some of the other identified reasons for why we're seeking to purchase the property.
Is there a second to the motion? Okay, hearing none, motion fails. Now we'll call the question. All in favor of the resolution to approve the purchase of this property signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, next is public comment on non-agenda items. Anybody here wish to speak to council? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on. Reports, city manager's report.
Barely got to my seat, Mayor. Hang on just a minute.
Yeah.
Got notes here somewhere. Before I get started with my comments, I do want to remind everyone, including council and those at home, the first responder food drive ends this Friday. We have a collection box here in City Hall. In addition, in almost every fire department, our sheriff's, our county sheriff's office you go into will also have a drop box for non-perishable items that are in date. We have families in our area, unfortunately, that are in dire need, and this is a great cause. So if you can support it, please do. I want to start out by saying that holiday magic was alive and well in Beaufort this past weekend. If you stayed home from Night on the Town or you skipped Sunday's parade because of the forecast, you really missed out. In spite of the grim predictions, the weather held beautifully for both events. We didn't have any rain, temperatures were comfortable, and there was a whole lot of holiday spirit to go around. It was a wonderful way to kick off the Christmas season in true Beaufort style. A big thank you goes out to our city staff, whose hard work made the weekend's events such a success. But you don't have to take my word for it about the holiday magic. These are conclusions that were corroborated by two major national media sources just recently. I'm proud to say that the city received two major accolades. One, we were featured in Southern Living magazine on November 28th as one of the most magical places to spend the holidays. And two, we were also named this week as one of HGTV's 50 favorite small towns to visit this Christmas. During excavation for manhole MH19, which is code for the big hole in the corner of Bay and Charles Street, crews confirmed that a previously discovered 24-inch brick drainage pipe, once thought abandoned, is still active and carrying stormwater beneath Charles Street. The historic line was never documented in available surveys or as-builts. McCormick Taylor and Gulfstream Construction investigated and found that the brick pipe ties into the system at Charles and Craven Streets, while the 36-inch pipe shown on old survey records does not exist. Divers located only the known 48-inch outfall, and engineers now believe the brick line connects to the park system at a submerged junction that will be verified once dewatering is possible. Importantly, this discovery does not change the project's design or scope. The brick line will be removed and replaced as planned along essentially the same alignment. It does, however, require adjusting construction sequencing, as the system must now be built online with temporary pumping during rain events. The South Carolina Historic Preservation Office has authorized removal of the historic brick pipe with proper documentation. Despite the added complexity, the project remains on track and continues to advance safely. As we continue working toward a long-term solution for the waterfront park relieving platform, McSweeney engineers are now moving into phase 2 of their analysis and design. This next phase will refine the core alternatives previously reviewed by City Council and the Waterfront Advisory Committee, providing clear visual renderings, cost estimates, benefit and maintenance analyses, and permitting pathways so the community can compare options on an apples-to-apples basis. Phase 2 also includes preparations for a public meeting where residents can review the alternatives and offer feedback, as well as engineering and permitting work needed to modify and eventually reopen the Beaufort Day Dock. This is an important step in ensuring decisions about the waterfront are thorough, transparent, and grounded in both technical expertise and community values. Downtown operations will be at the Clock on Scott Street Extension for the fourth and final sales event for Downtown Beaufort Dollars on Wednesday. That's tomorrow, folks, at 3 o'clock. After Wednesday, the city will have invested $20,000 to stimulate $50,000 in holiday spending at downtown shops and restaurants. Tabby Place on Port Republic Street will host the Mistletoe Market December 11th through 13th from 4 to 8 p.m. Sponsored by the Friedman Arts District, this pop-up holiday market invites everyone to sip, shop, and celebrate the small businesses that make downtown Beaufort shine. And a reminder to all that free parking remains plentiful and free shuttle service is operating throughout the holiday season downtown for shoppers and diners' convenience. Want to let everyone know that the city will be closed for non-emergency operations on Thursday, December 25th and Friday, December 26th in observance of the Christmas holiday, and we will also be closed on Thursday, January 1st for New Year's Day. City Council will hold their annual strategic planning retreat January 29th and January 30th. That's a Thursday and a Friday at a location that will be announced at a later date. It will be open to the public. And lastly, this is our final meeting in 2025. I want to remind council and the public of a change to our meeting schedule in the coming year. Beginning in January, council will meet on the second Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. for their regular monthly meeting, and they will meet the fourth Tuesday of each month at 5 p.m. for council work session. And lastly, but certainly not least, from my family to you and your families, we want you to know it's been a privilege to have served our great city, which is the best part of the Low Country, for another year. We wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a tremendous start to the new year, and we look forward to accomplishing many great things together in 2026. Any questions?
Questions from council? Okay, thank you, Scott. For the mayor's report, I want to echo the city manager's remarks about First Friday. I thought downtown operations did a great job, as staff too. It was a wonderful event. Didn't have maybe the numbers we had before, but there were a lot more people seemed like in the store spending money, so that was a good thing. And the weather held out for us, so that was terrific. Also want to wish the best to Josh Galetti and his family and the loss of his father this past week. I attended several meetings, NERPIC, Soloco, Mayor's Managers Meeting, the Capital Projects Quarterly Meeting. Also attended the Beaufort County First Steps Annual Meeting, the MASC Mayor's Luncheon in Columbia, the Arbor Day planning that we had at Cuthbert Park on Arbor Day, a ribbon cutting at Bay Street Studios, where if you didn't see it, Neil wore a pink robe and got his picture taken. So anyway, I digress. Also, this Thursday, the fill-in station will be there for a ribbon cutting. So that's an iconic institution here in Beaufort. It'll be a reopening, I guess, for them. I'll also be attending the USCB graduation commencements down in Bluffton on Saturday, and the commanding general at PI's Christmas reception. And I too wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all of that. So I'll now look to my left, I guess, and Josh.
All right. So my report will be short. As many of you know, I did lose my father on November 30th, and that's been hard for me. This last week has been very challenging, and it's hard to be here in a semi-sound mind tonight, to be honest. I'm going to miss him a lot. One of the things I'm going to miss the most about him is what I envy about him, and that is that he was so good at storytelling. You know, when I was a kid, I'd always look forward to going to my parents' room, and he would tell us stories. He'd create characters that mimicked us, had our names. And I'm thankful that he had at least a short time to do that with my kids. And the fact that my children got to know him and know that side of him. So I know it's never easy, but it was an unexpected loss. And I'm very thankful for everybody in the community and for council and staff who have reached out and shown their support. I appreciate that. It means a lot, and it does help. So thank you. I I hate that I missed a lot of things that I expected to be able to attend. But I wish everybody a happy holiday and a good close to the year.
Okay, to my right, Councilman Mitchell.
So, good evening, everyone. I'll start off by saying I wish everyone present and online a safe and happy holiday season. I won't repeat, but I'll echo many of the remarks that both Scott and the mayor made, both happy and sad. Yeah, the only, I'll just say that I want to thank Beaufort County Council, Council Chairwoman Howard, and all the council members. Last evening, they unanimously approved the remaining $56,500 necessary to supplement the $100,000 that the city had put forward for the purpose of the master plan for the First South Carolina Volunteer Park. So just want to thank the county very much. The MOU that was passed was to establish the relationship between the county and the city, our city going forward. The $56,500 was within the realm of authority for the county administrator, Michael Moore, to approve, but it was wonderful to see that all of the council members, all of them approved, and we're very excited. They're all very excited about this First South Carolina Volunteer Park, so that was truly a blessing. Thank you.
Councilman McPhee.
Just very short, briefly, echoing all the support for the holiday weekend, also extending condolences to the Scolati family, and many thanks for all that was done this weekend, weather threatening as it was, but it turned out to be a good turnout in both, especially for Friday and for Sunday for the parade as well. We had the opportunity to be a part of the Hallelujah Singers the Friday following Thanksgiving, and I was honored to be a honorary member of the Hallelujah Singers for their program and their concert, and I'm still paying for it with my voice, but it was a fun time and it was a great outreach to the community, and we had a great time doing it. Wanted to also reiterate the Mystical Market going on this weekend. A lot of our merchants are going to be participating in that. We have a lot of good opportunities for great evenings between 4 and 8 on the 11th, 12th, and 13th. So I hope to see you all there. And I will be at the menorah lighting this Sunday at 5 o'clock at Waterfront Park. All I got.
Last but not least, Councilman Lipsett.
Happy holidays.
I just want to echo what everybody said about downtown Beaufort. Scott, you've done a great job. Scott Marshall, you've done a great job on getting everything for the downtown to keep it really going and let people know downtown's alive during the hole in the U-turn. And anyway, it's not stopping people from coming downtown. It just makes it even better experience, I think. And thank you to Downtown Operations for all you're doing a great job. Again, my condolences to the Scolati family on the loss. And let's see, I just hope everybody, I did all the ribbon cuttings, everything I could get to this time. I'm not going to even list them, so many. I won't be able to make it to the filling station. We're going to be voting on a new executive director for Low Country Council of Governments. Our director, Sabrina Graham, is retiring, and we do have a new one that we will be voting, and the name will be released, which everybody knows, I think, who it is, but the name will be released publicly after Thursday evening. With that, I just want to wish everybody a very happy holiday season. No matter what you celebrate, I just hope you have a very happy and joyous season and a very happy, safe new year. With that, I want to make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
He's
Second.
saying.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Yep. Thanks everyone for attending this evening and braving this cold weather.